I'm going to keep this short and sweet because for the life of me, I cannot understand how the Bulls, for the third time this season, have lost to the Indiana Pacers, blowing again another fourth quarter lead, being up by as many as 13 points in the fourth quarter. The Pacers, they have 12 wins on the season. Before this win against the Bulls tonight, they were tied for the worst record in the Eastern Conference. They had a 13-game losing streak earlier in the year. 12 wins, and 3 of those are against the Chicago Bulls. It still continues to baffle me how the Bulls can lose these games that they should win. Now, yes, I get it. In the NBA, anybody can lose to any team on any given night. And yes, to be fair, the Bulls have won games they were supposed to win more recently, like against the Nets, the Mavericks, the Jazz. But it's baffling to me because you'll see the Bulls play well against some of the stronger teams in the league, like beating the Timberwolves, the Boston Celtics, and then losing to the Pacers. The Bulls are the only team in the league that has a winning record against teams above 500 and a losing record against teams below 500. It just does not make any sense to me. And I go back to the coaching on this when the Bulls lose in these types of games, because as much as it is on the players, how are you not preparing your guys mentally and ensuring they're ready to go, come out ready to play no matter your opponent? And it's not like the Bulls played that bad. When you look at the box score, they shot 48% from the field, which is okay, but 40% from 3. They actually didn't settle for that many outside shots in this game, only taking 30 of them. They didn't turn the ball over that much, only 11 turnovers, and a fair amount of those came on offensive fouls. They out-rebounded the Pacers. They won the possession battle, only allowed 6 offensive rebounds to the Pacers compared to the Bulls' 9. But when it came time to close out the game, the Bulls fell apart. Iowa was balling in the fourth quarter, getting to the basket at will, giving the Bulls the edge, and you thought they were going to pull away. But then suddenly, the defense collapsed, where they were letting the Pacers get to the rim too easily. On offense, it was one-and-done possessions, poor shot selection. Kobe in particular was trying to take very difficult shots and, of course, got rejected on that final possession to try to win the game when the Bulls were down 1. Lazy passes. It was almost like the Bulls their effort went out the window, thinking they had this game in the bag because they opened up that lead in the fourth quarter. Kobe did not have a good game. Again, we go back to that consistency piece with Kobe White. The past few games, he shot the ball well, but then goes 5 for 15 in this one. 1 for 5 from 3. Giddey, same thing. Couldn't get his offense going. Just 10 points on 3 for 8 shooting. Missed all 3 of his threes. Also had 3 of the Bulls' 11 turnovers, including that bad pass on the last-ditch effort to try to win the game on a heave where he just threw it to the Pacers to finish out the game. It's unfortunate because Miles Bucelis actually played well in this one, particularly in the first quarter. And while he did end up in the closing lineup eventually, Billy Donovan didn't have him come in until around the 4-minute mark, I believe it was. Modest did struggle, though, on a few defensive possessions in the final minutes, and it was kind of like, yeah, it made you think, all right, I guess there is a reason why Billy Donovan has been at times a little bit wary of playing him in the closing lineup. But in any event, he had 20 points on 7 for 11 shooting, 4 for 6 from 3, 8 rebounds, very active on the glass and skying for boards. And then Vucevic, 25 points, leading all scorers, 10 for 17, 3 for 4 from 3, including that bank that put the Bulls up with about 30 seconds left to go before the Pacers scored on the ensuing possession. Also, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal. Jalen Smith was also solid coming off the bench. This was the first game where Josh Giddey was back in the starting lineup. Smith coming off the bench, but Smith was still able to tally another double-double with 13 points and 11 rebounds. Like, sure, there were some positive things you saw in this game from some of the guys, but the loss of focus, not being locked in for the whole game, the whole 48 minutes, letting one of the worst teams in the league go on a run like that in the final minutes is unacceptable. And I don't know, maybe the Bulls need another loss like this so that it forces AK to actually act when the trade deadline comes around next week. I think a lot of us were worried that with the Bulls' 4-game winning streak and beating good teams that it was going to delude AK into thinking, hey, this team is fine. We don't need to make any moves. Or if we do, it'll be moves where we buy, where we give up future assets to try and make a playoff push. Maybe a bad loss like this is needed, a loss that pushes the team below 500 once again. So anyway, bad loss. Trade deadline is now a week away from tomorrow, and Giannis is finally asked out of Milwaukee, or the sides at least are looking to find him a new home. I'll have a video out tomorrow, hopefully, whether or not the Bulls could potentially get involved in the Giannis trade sweepstakes, although unlikely. So be on the lookout for that. Let me know what you guys thought of the game. Let me know in the comments. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.